And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. We're on the road today. We are here at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday. Hope you're having a good one. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend. A little cooler on Monday. Got blackberry winter coming in. But we are ready for a great weekend, and you can see behind us got the Sprite on sale here at Food City. It's $5 days today in the market. Got all kinds of savings we'll be telling you about. From in-store made sushi to jumbo baking potatoes to fruit bowls to Pepsi's on sale, Gatorade, Folgers. Oh, gosh, Screaming Sicilian pizzas, that's just on the front. Then on the back side of the sale paper, you've got on sale today and tomorrow at all Food Cities, I might add. You've got, Octagon trays. You've got Kellogg's Rice Krispie Treats on sale. Little Debbie Snack Cakes. Almost every week they're on sale for good reason. They're great. Body Armor on sale. Hamburger Helper. Food Club frozen pasta. It's all here. It's all on sale to all Food Cities today and tomorrow. We'll be telling you all about it. Let's get it started. The National Anthem. We've got lots going on. We've got Andrew Smith going to join us, sports writer of the Johnson City Press, talking about the upcoming NBA playoffs, which start. They got 2 games tonight. Then everything really cranks up tomorrow and Sunday, game 1 of the series. And so we'll talk about that. He'll be along talking about the orange-white football game. Almost said baseball. Orange-white football game with Tennessee football. Jeff Birchfield joins us later in the show talking NASCAR. They're heading off to Kansas to get his take, kind of a recap. He was there all weekend last weekend of the racing at Bristol Motor Speedway. And so we'll be joined by him and also talking high school sports. We're winding things down for the regular season in baseball and softball and boys soccer and boys and girls tennis and track and field. So it's not that far away from tournament time for all these different sports to crown state champions and all those. Let's get it cranked up. Here we go, the National Anthem. Who does it today? Let's see. How about who we not played for a while? Gabe Short. He can do it on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
And oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The greatest labor-saving device of the 21st century is here. It's the revolutionary grocery delivery service from Food City, powered by Instacart. It's perfect for busy professionals, moms on the go, or anyone looking to have more free time. Just shop online for the same fresh meat, farm fresh produce, and all your grocery needs delivered straight to your door. Visit FoodCityDelivers.com.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Good morning. Amber's here. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house. My little buddy, you want to wave? Would you wave at him? No. No, I don't want to wave at him. So, okay. I got you. So let's jump in there and talk about it. We've got college football, spring football practices coming up, final games of the spring season this weekend. A lot of teams playing their final game for spring practice. Auburn, let's run them down here in no particular order. Let's see, Auburn, actually they're alphabetized. Auburn, California, Duke, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Houston, Kentucky, Miami, Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas, Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Virginia, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and West Virginia, all having their spring practice finishing up. The inter-squad game, for lack of a better term. They've called it different things in different schools. But anyway, that's a lot of them. Auburn, Cal, Duke, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Houston, Kentucky, Miami, Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas, Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Virginia, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and West Virginia all having their final inter-squad practices to wrap up the spring football practice season. Tomorrow at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg at 3 o'clock, the Hokies coming off a 3-9 season. Of course, James Franklin, the new coach, coming over from Penn State, spurring new hope among a frustrated fan base, so the story says, and he's right, and they're right. Franklin, long track record of success, combined with significant new investment from the school. They poured a lot of money into the athletic program. So, reason to think it'll be less of a rebuilding project than an immediate turnaround for the Hokies. So, first steps will happen this spring. Fans will be eager to get their first look at a new era of Virginia Tech football tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So, there you go. Now, NCAA getting ready to make a move, always making moves. College football moving towards an earlier start to the season. Yesterday, the Oversight Committee recommended moving up Week 1 to the week typically reserved for Week 0, starting with the 2027 season. The proposal would standardize schedules and eliminate the patchwork of waivers and exemptions that's been defined Week 0 for years. They're scheduled to consider this in June to make it a final vote and say, yes, it's going to happen starting a year from now. So the FBS regular season will now be a standard 14 weeks with 2 bye weeks and a 12-game schedule. The season would open on the Thursday of what is currently designated as Week 0 in late August and close on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. That still leaves conference championship games and the exclusive window of the Army-Navy game in early December, signed earlier in the year by President Trump. Oh, by the way, just read before I went on the air that the Straits of Hormuz is now open for traffic. Apparently they've struck an agreement. I think they realized that the old boy ain't fooling around, and so they struck an agreement. And so for the time being anyway, the latest greatest is the Strait of Hormuz is now open for traffic. So we'll see how long that lasts. Anyway, that was President Trump did that, and he did this with the Army-Navy game. So they are talking about moving up Week 1 to what was typically Week 0 in college football in 2027, scheduled to consider the proposal in June. So there you go. That's what's going on in college football. But big games on the campuses this weekend, a lot of them, and a lot of big names. So Georgia, Ohio State, Oklahoma. I ran them down for you a couple of times. Virginia Tech, Texas, Texas A&M. So they're all going to wrap up spring practice with a big game coming up again tomorrow across the respective campuses here in the good old US of A. We're here live again on the road. We're at Chick-fil-A on Monday. Today we are here as we'll go back to our Monday Chick-fil-A. Today we're here at Food City on a Food City Friday. $5 days. And they've got them too. They've got Pepsi products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans for $5.99. You've got the hot bar meal for $5. Your entree, 2 sides, and a roll for $5. Can't beat it. Gatorade, 8-pack, 20-ounce bottles, $5, limit 4. Pillsbury Grand Biscuits, 2 for $5. You've got the Food Club shredded cheese, among others, for $5 today and tomorrow. The Screamin' Sicilian pizzas, $5 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. A 8-pound bag of jumbo baking potatoes, the Basket and Bushel jumbo baking potatoes for $5. In-store made sushi today and tomorrow at all Food Cities, $5. And you've got the fruit bowls made fresh in the store You've got your choice of watermelon, cantaloupe, or pineapple, or mixed up for $5 today and tomorrow. Now, the meal this weekend, it's pork chop night. All right. Includes 1 4-pack of boneless pork chop, 1 fresh and crisp salad, 1 basket and bushel of veggies, and 1 basket and bushel of petite potatoes. Pork chop night for $14.99. That's today, tomorrow, and Sunday at all Food Cities, which is a really cool thing. So sometimes it's breakfast, sometimes it's pizza, sometimes it's tacos. This week it's pork chop night at all Food Cities. So there you go. 1 4-pack boneless pork chops. You get 4 of them, 5 ounces each. So you get 4 pork chops. You get a fresh and crisp salad. You get a basket and bushel veggies and a basket and bushel petite potatoes for $14.99. Pork chop night at all Food Cities. That's today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So there you be. All right, Andrew Smith joins us coming up at the bottom of the hour. By the way, one more college football note. If you're going to be flying in at any point to Tallahassee, Florida, you will now fly into the Bobby Bowden Tallahassee International Airport. Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida renamed the airport on Tuesday. Coached at Florida State from 76 through 2009, winning more than 300 games and 2 national championships. Airport's about 6 miles from the campus of Florida State, so now it will be called the Bobby Bowden Tallahassee International Airport. In honor of Bobby Bowden, the field at Doak Campbell Stadium was named for Bowden back in 2004. So there you go. Coach Bowden died in 2021. I didn't realize he'd been gone for 5 years. Received the Governor's Medal of Freedom earlier that year, the inaugural recipient, and now again it's the Tallahassee International Airport. So there you go, down in Florida. All right, quick break. Got more for you coming up. Take a look at some high school sports. Busy day yesterday. We're on the road again today. We're here again at Food City on a Food City Friday. And we'll do that right after you hear this from one of our great sponsors, the good folks from Brummett Sports Shop. Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
We're back. We're ready to go. Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union. Readers are winners. Year number 2. We're jacked up to do it again this year.
We're so excited.
Yep, we are excited. And so it's a chance for these kids at Eastside Elementary, Westside Elementary, and Harold McCormick Elementary win some cool prizes for reading. What's going on?
The first 9 weeks, we're going to be giving out those cool water bottles. Second 9 weeks, T-shirts.
T-shirts. with a new design.
Absolutely. New color, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The third 9 weeks, we're going to have a sweet new sticker. We'll get more into that later. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whole point is readers are winners year number 2 at the 3 elementary schools and Elizabethton City Schools. Thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. They're paying for all this to their corporate sponsor, and we love them for doing that. The bottom line is leaders are readers are winners. Year number 2, getting ready to get started up soon, like right now, right away, for all these youngsters, again, at Harold McCormick, West Side and East Side Elementary. Big thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union for partnering with us to do readers are winners in Elizabethton City Schools. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live here at Food City in Gray. Let's take a look at high school baseball from yesterday. And let's see I should say what's going on today. Yesterday was in the books, so today let's run them down for you, what's going on. You have in baseball coming up today, Bethel Christian at Johnson County, Happy Valley Baseball at Cloudland, Westridge will be at Sullivan East, Oak Ridge at Tennessee High to battle the Vikings, and Unicoi County plays baseball at Volunteer this afternoon, or actually tonight. The Tribe Classic being put on by Dobbins Minute. They got Knox Falls at Science Hill, Oak Ridge at Dobbins Minute. So how they're going to do that. They're going to play at DB at 4:30, then play at Tennessee High at 7. No way that's going to happen. So that's a schedule. I can't imagine playing in Kingsport. I guess they could and jump on a bus and ride to Bristol to play them again, play Tennessee High up there. Anyway, that's what it says. That's what I'm going with. Knox West against Eastside, Virginia at Hunter Wright Stadium. Oak Ridge against Elder, Ohio. You've got Tennessee High against Knox Falls at TVA Credit Union Ballpark. Knox West versus Prestonsburg, Kentucky. You've got the Green Fling going on with Greenville. Morristown East at Greenville. West Washington, Indiana at North Green. You have Knox Central at West Green. East Hamilton at Chucky Doak. Hampton will play West Washington at North Green. Daniel Boone plays at West Green. And Hazard, Kentucky at Chucky Doak. That's all baseball. And that is all today. Bye, dear. Have not changed one iota. I swear. Look at you. All right. I haven't seen that lady in years, and Teresa not changed one bit. All right, let's see. Softball. Hampton softball at Happy Valley. West Green softball will be at Unaka. Then you have the Tiny Day Red Edmonds tournament at Greenville. Sullivan East and Jeff County. Morristown West South Green. Tennessee High and Chucky Doak. There's a ton of them. I mean a bunch. And that is going on. Is that today? Wow. That is a ton of tournaments. All right. Ton of games. Let's run them down for you. We'll give them all we got. Tennessee High and Chucky Doak softball. Crockett, Morristown East, Polk County, Greenville, Chucky Doak Volunteer. Crockett and Granger. Hello, Axel Steins down in Knoxville, touring the campus. Being a blessing, Axel Steins shines. He's in K-Town today, UT. Crockett and Granger. Jeff County softball, Knox Central. Morristown West and Cloudland. East Hamilton and Greenville, Westridge and Volunteer. Morristown East and Granger. There's a ton of softball in this tournament. Cock County and Knox Central. Cloudland plays South Green. Westridge will battle Tennessee High tonight, and in Cock County against Sullivan East. All that's going on today. The Tiny Day Red Edmonds tournament in Greenville. So a ton of softball. All right, let's see if we've got softball in Virginia. We do. Thomas Walker, Twin Springs. Trying to scan here and see if we got any soccer going on. Boys soccer. Yep, 2. Knox Christian at Unicoi County and the Kings Academy at Providence Academy. So there you go. All right, Rob's here. Andrew's here. We got them stacked up. Got to roll. You're first, sir. You're in the house. You're here. You're already in the seat. Here we go. Rob's in the house. Let's swing it around. Let him talk.
Hey, good morning, Tom. How are you?
How was the race?
Man, it was good. Little feller won, didn't he?
He did win, little fella. He ain't very big, is he?
No.
He can drive a race car, old Ty Gibbs. You go all 3 days?
I
Sunday?
actually watched remotely this year.
Oh, you didn't go at all? Okay.
No. But it was a great race, and I watched the recaps and everything. And
Oh, yeah?
he did good.
Oh, yeah, he did good. So it was a good race. Jeff Birchfield will be here in a little while. He told me on the phone that wasn't a whole lot of people there, but they were treated as some good racing. So
Absolutely.
I don't know what else you're going to do if you're Bristol Motor Speedway. I mean, you had the weather, had a great points race right now, and I don't know what else you're going to do to get them come in. But it's not for lack of effort, I can tell you that. They worked their tails off trying to get them in up there. So anyway, Ty Gibbs won it, and
There's me and Ty.
you and Ty hanging.
We was hanging out. That was last year.
Yeah, who's that?
That's just one of the
Oh,
sponsors.
Some of the girls.
Yeah.
There he is, him and Ty Gibbs last year. Just hanging, just buds.
Yeah.
$5 days at Food City.
Oh
We're
my
here.
Gosh.
We got all kinds of goodies going on. Where do we start?
$5 days, buy one, get one freeze. I'm going to start with the fruit bowls myself.
Let it rip.
We've got our pineapple. Let you hold that one.
Yep. I'm going to tip it. Last time I spilled it
I
all
know.
over the keyboard.
Got our
Pineapples
watermelon,
and watermelon,
and we got the cantaloupe.
and we got the cantaloupe. And they're all fresh cut
Fresh
out of the
cut.
produce every day, all day.
Yeah.
Hello, Johnny Markland. Hello, Terry Templeton, who'll be on the show in a little while. Little JoJo's with us, and Becky Muncie down Union County with us. So all these at any Food City. Everything we're getting ready to tell you is all good at all Food City locations, okay?
Yeah. Tom, we also have our octagon trays over in our fresh foods department. That's just one example of it. That's our chicken grape salad on a croissant. They're
There
only
you go.
$5
Yep. There you go. Only $5 this weekend, today and tomorrow.
today and tomorrow.
Now, what are some of the other choices besides chicken salad?
They have some pinwheel deli meat. They have little sandwiches, snackers with cheese and stuff on them. I mean, great assortment of things on those.
Yeah.
Also in our fresh food department for 2 days, you can get your dinner. It's a entree and 2 sides for only $5 again this
Yep.
week.
Hot bar. Yep.
That's a great deal over there.
In-store made sushi, $5 too.
Oh my gosh.
Are you a sushi guy?
I am today. Oh no, I started yesterday. our sushi chef Ming, he said you got to try it, and he wouldn't let me leave until I tried it.
And you loved it.
I loved it.
It was good.
I had the smoked salmon roll,
Ooh.
and then today I had the shrimp tempura roll. Was incredible as well. For somebody who never had sushi, I'm hooked.
You're hooked. So the octagon trays, those are big sellers, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
They fly out the door. Again, they're $5 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. So,
Yeah.
hey, there's an Orioles fan. All right, go Orioles. Go O-Birds. So,
Yeah. We've also got our Pick 5 for $5 in produce. You know, have a selection of fruits, veggies, things along that line. And in the meat department, you can select 5 meat items for only $14.99.
5 meat items for only $14.99.
And it goes anywhere from small steaks to hamburger, ham, sausage. I mean, just a complete variety of our Pick 5 items back there. They do real good as well.
I missed you last week, by the way, big dog.
Well, thank you, man.
You were out of town. I said, "Where's my guy?" I said, "He's took some time off." I said, "Well, he's earned it." So there you go.
I appreciate it. Hey, in our dinner deal this week, 3 days only, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have our pork chop deal.
Pork chop night.
Yeah.
Tell them about it. You got.
Well, I'll let you tell them about that one.
I can do it. We can do it right here. You get 4, count them, 4 boneless pork chops, 5 ounces each. You get 1 fresh crisp salad. You get 1 basket of bushel veggies and 1 basket of bushel petite potatoes for $14.99. I'll show it to you right here. It is 3 days only at all Food Cities. $14.99. It's dinner deal. And this week, it varies every week, switches up. And this week, it's pork chops, pork chop night.
Yeah. Hey, let's transition to some buy one, get one free.
Take it, Bubba. Go
All right,
for
there
it.
you go. One of the things we got buy one, get one free is our Hudsonville ice cream.
Is that good ice cream?
Oh my gosh, that's the best one they have.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mackinac Island fudge. There you go, Hudsonville ice cream.
Yeah.
I'll have to come by and get some because riding around today it'll melt.
Right.
Butter fudge swirled into vanilla ice cream with chocolate fudge pieces. Whoa. Hudsonville, made in America too, isn't it?
It is.
So there's Mackinac Island fudge What are those there?
These here are. This is $6.99, buy one get one free, so you can pick up one for $3.50. But it's so good you need two.
Need two.
Yeah.
There you go.
We also got the small pints of the Hudsonville.
Caramel coffee chip, Hudsonville ice cream. It's called Super Premium Ice Cream. All right.
And there's another one.
Salted caramel brownie. These go for how much? These little guys.
Those are $5.99
$5.99.
each, but they're buy one get one free, which makes them about $3.
Oh, they really? That's-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious where they're made at. Let's see here. Produced in Holland, Michigan. There you go.
Yeah.
Hudsonville Company. American made right there, keeping Americans working. I love it. Hudsonville ice cream. All
And the
right.
next thing I have for you is a spoon.
Okay.
Which one would you like to try?
Oh, we get to try one.
Oh, yeah, whichever one you like.
Let's see. What's my option? I'm gonna go with the salt. Let's see. Caramel coffee chip. Probably the salted caramel brownie. We'll try that
Right.
one. All
I
right.
think we need to show them that it is as good as I say.
All right. So
Gives us an opportunity to have ice cream. Too.
I like when Rob comes. He brings treats. So I feel like a dog, like an old dog.
Hey.
You pop the lid right there. Is that how you
Yeah.
do it?
Uh-huh. Here.
There, I got it right. There you go.
See, I was so eager to get in. Mine already had that off of mine.
Here we go. All right. What am I eating? I'm eating salted caramel brownie.
Look at this one here, Tom.
Oh,
Look.
look at that. Let me show that on the camera. Without dropping on the computer keyboard. Look at that. That is the caramel coffee chip. Caramel coffee chip.
Yeah.
Hudsonville. All right. So I'm going to try one of these real quick.
And we got to take us a quick test.
You go. All right. We'll do this one right here. Yep. That'll work. That dog will hump. Can't ever go wrong with ice cream.
No, I've never had any bad.
No. That is excellent.
Man, this is incredible.
This is rich and creamy.
If you like caramel,
I
you
do
like
now.
coffee,
I do now.
This is-
Salted caramel brownie.
or the caramel coffee chip,
Yeah.
either one of them. Absolutely, as you say, it'll definitely hunt out there.
Mm-hmm. We're not going to have a show the rest of the day. We're just going to sit and eat ice cream. So, well,
But no, a lot of good deals out there. We've got our
can I keep this and nibble on it throughout the show?
yeah, we've got our innovation Asian meals, buy one get one free over in frozen food. Just
Wow.
good deals all the way around.
Really good. You're right.
Hey, one other deal we have, Tom, is we have certain gift cards. If you buy them, buy $50 of them, you get $10 off. And
In the gift card center.
gift card center, like if you buy a Texas Roadhouse gift card for $50, it's only going to cost you $40. McDonald's, Hardee's, Logan's Steakhouse, and several other gift cards over there. You buy $50, you get it for $40.
All right, I got to put this away. I'll sit and eat this whole thing.
Hey, that was the intent.
I know. But I got to talk at some point. Well, there you go. Before I make a mess, I'm going to stop right there for the time being.
Did do
That's
good.
good right there. You did good. Thank you. That's country.
All right. Hey,
That's good ice
how
cream.
we doing in baseball right now?
Braves in first place. Who's your
Reds-
team?
Reds in first place.
Reds in first place. Tied for the Pirates in first.
Yep.
Reds are in Minnesota this week. Starting this weekend. And Atlanta will be in Philadelphia.
Yep.
And the Rangers will be in Seattle to take on the Mariners. And Evan Carter's turned the cover off the ball. The young man from Elizabeth, who's the starting center
Yep.
fielder for the Texas Rangers. So,
Yeah, it's awesome.
best team in baseball. Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I like the Reds personally, but the Braves are tough. They're
Braves are
12.
tough.
They're 12-7 right now, so got the best record out there, I believe.
The Dodgers, unbelievable. They played 18 games. They've won 14. They're 14-4. I mean, they're red hot. I mean, they can play, and they're stacked. They stacked their lineup. I mean, they went out and bought a team and two-time defending World Series champs, and I'd say they'll be right in the hunt for the third one too, because they got all the horses are in the barn. They got a great team.
Yep.
Rob's here with us, man. I'm glad you're back.
Thanks, buddy. I
Glad you
appreciate
enjoyed
it.
your
I'm glad
time
to be
off.
back.
Yep. I love doing this, and Rob's a big reason why. He does a great job. He and Terry. And come back in a little while. I think we'll try and get Camille on too, I think. I hope.
I talked to Camille already. She'll be up talking about ferns and
I love it.
floral stuff. And Terry will probably be on next session
Yep.
for us, okay?
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
ice cream.
I appreciate it.
He's a good man right here. We're lucky to have him in Food City. He came over from a XYZ chain, and now he's a Food City guy through and through.
That's right.
And we're glad we got you.
Hey, and all these deals are available at all of our food cities.
Mm-hmm. All Food Cities.
Most importantly, this one.
Yeah, in Gray. You got it. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Thanks again to Rob, and we'll be right back with Andrew Smith talking NBA playoffs, Tennessee football, and more on the Tom Taylor Sports. Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend. Attorneys for closing we recommend. And you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Therapy Services, great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Physical Therapy Services? A lot of folks out there that do what you do. Why PTS?
Nobody does it the way that we do it. There are other people out there that say that they are, and I want to air quote, sports PTs. There's no one out there that is truly a sports physical therapy clinic. We've been in business since 1980, and we continue to be in business after people have been bought and sold, folded. The reason why we continue to stay in business is twofold. Number one, we're a little crazy, which is fun. But number two, and the most important thing, is we always take care of the patient first. You take care of the patient first. This is what my dad always taught me. You take care of the patient first, everything else will fall into place.
Locations? Where do you have locations?
1975 West Elk Avenue. That's where my clinic is, where I work primarily. And then we have a pediatric location as well at the Medical Care Building at 1500 West Elk Avenue.
Physical Therapy Services. Last question, real quick. What's the phone number?
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back in the Tom Taylor Sports Show, guest number 2. Our buddy Andrew Smith. How you doing, sir?
Doing well.
What we got on today?
We got a Titans hat on today.
Titans hat on. So, draft's coming up soon. What, next week, isn't it?
Yeah, next Thursday.
NFL draft. So, my boys, unless they completely screw it up, and I hope they don't, but they've been known to, trust me, the Raiders get the first pick, they should take Mario Mendoza. Should.
It's Fernando Mania time in Las Vegas.
Yes.
So, at least
I
it
said
should
Mario, not Mario. Fernando Mendoza. Should be, right?
be. I would be highly, highly shocked if he is not the pick.
If he is not the pick, I'm probably going to join the Titans club, because if they can't get this one right, I mean, this has been laid in their lap.
There's plenty of room over here.
Yeah, there's plenty of room. Yeah.
But a lot of people left after 3 and 14. We got room.
Yeah, they people jumped. So let's start with the NFL draft's next week. And so, what do the Titans need? What's their most pressing need?
Their most pressing need right now is probably edge rusher, but they may or may not go that route. A lot of mock drafts have them taking Jeremiah Love, the running back out of Notre Dame. Running back isn't a huge need, but Jeremiah Love might be the best player available in the draft. So I think there's a lot of good options that'll be there at 4 for the Titans. I don't think there'd be really any or very many that I'd be very upset with.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's not a bad spot to be in right now. So yeah, we'll see how Mike Borgonzi ends up playing it come Thursday evening.
I like the whiskers, by the way.
Appreciate it. I probably need to go back to clean shaven here. I can never get a full anything to come in full.
Give it a chance.
I've tried. It always ends up a touch too patchy, and it just doesn't look good. So
I was told when I was younger I always wanted to grow a beard, and they said you can't grow a beard. Your face, just the hair won't come into it. I said okay. So, but I kept shaving every day when I was in college, and here we are. So yeah, just keep if you want one.
The stash is never the problem. It's
the beard.
It's the full beard.
Looks very stately when it comes in. It's in the beginning stages. So is the NBA playoffs. Now tonight, good segue, Tom. Thank you. We have tonight the Orlando Magic and the Charlotte Hornets. What do you think about that one?
Orlando has been scuffling. This has been a disappointing year for them. Obviously, win, you become the 8th seed. Loser, you go home. I like Charlotte here. That was a big win for them on Tuesday night at home to stay alive in this thing. So, yeah, I like Charlotte to become the 8th seed and take on Detroit in round 1.
The other one tonight will be Golden State and the Phoenix Suns. Steph Curry, 35 points, came from, 13, 14 down, I think it was, to beat and shock the Clippers. Who wins that one tonight?
I think Phoenix is a better team, so I do think they win. However, I wouldn't be shocked if Golden State wins just for one reason, and it was the same reason as Wednesday night, Steph Curry. So anytime you have that guy on your team, you have a chance.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, I think Phoenix wins. I think they're the better team, but I wouldn't be too awful surprised if Golden State wins.
Losers eliminated, right?
Losers done, yeah.
All right, so opening round tomorrow. The opening round of the NBA playoffs tomorrow will go the Cavaliers and the Raptors. These are best of what?
Best of sevens.
Best of sevens. That's a long time. They play best of sevens in all 3 rounds. So tomorrow, Cavaliers, 4th seed against the number 5 seed Toronto Raptors. Who do you like in that series and why?
I like Cleveland here. I think that they have enough scoring right now between Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, plus you have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley down low. I just think that will ultimately be too much for Toronto. I think Toronto can give them the series, but I like Cleveland in probably 6.
That's in the East. In the West, Game 1, number 3 seeded the Denver Nuggets, number 6 seeded Minnesota Timberwolves. Who do you like there?
I think the series goes 7. Both these teams, have had really strong years. Obviously, Denver a little bit more so. I think Denver is peaking at the right time. So I ultimately think it's the Nuggets that take this series in 7. Yeah, you look at Minnesota, you've got Anthony Edwards, you've got a lot of talent around him, but yeah, I do think Denver has just enough, especially when you got Nikola Jokic.
They got enough to win it all or not?
I think they do. I'm not going to necessarily say they are the championship favorites. I don't think they are. I think that both Oklahoma City and San Antonio are probably higher in the pecking order. But Denver, I think, does have enough to make a run and win a championship.
In the East, again, another first rounder tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. The number 3 seed New York Knickerbockers and the number 6, your Atlanta Hawks. What do you think and why?
Hawks and 6.
Hawks and 6.
Hawks and 6.
We'll write that one down. We're going to hold him to it. Hawks.
I just don't like the momentum of this New York team right now. Now, granted, they played in Atlanta last week. The regular season, Atlanta lost to New York. But I think Atlanta has too much. They've been playing too well as of late. I think the biggest thing is you've got a ton of balance with this Hawks team right now. Obviously, Jalen Johnson was the All-Star. He'll probably make an All-NBA team. But you've got guys like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's been fantastic this year, a veteran closer type in C.J. McCollum. I just think it'll be too much. I think New York has been too reliant on Jalen Brunson, and I think Atlanta has good enough defenders on the perimeter between Dyson Daniels and Nickeil Alexander-Walker to limit Jalen Brunson, pardon me. And, yeah, I just think that the Hawks have been playing too well right now. Give me Atlanta in 6.
Who'd you take in the first one? Cleveland?
I took Cleveland.
All right.
Yep.
Raptors, the Hawks, and Nuggets. He's going to say when this opening series is. The last one on Saturday, number 4 to be at 8:30 tomorrow night. Number 4 seeded the Los Angeles Lakers and the number 5 seeded Houston Rockets. Who do you like there and why?
I like Houston.
I hope.
You look at Los Angeles, they're still not going to have Austin Reeves. They're still not going to have Luka Doncic. is going to be 41-year-old LeBron James trying to carry this team, which they tried to build this roster to where he wouldn't have to do that. But injuries have caused that, and ultimately I think that Houston's too good defensively to let LeBron take over a series.
Yeah.
So give me Houston.
Why do I not appreciate LeBron? Because I thought about that driving over him. The guy's all-time leading scorer, is a phenomenal player, and yet, I mean, it's not to like the guy as a person. I mean, the Lord died for him too, but why don't I like LeBron James? Tell me, would you help me, Doctor? Dr. Smith, I'm laying on your couch. I'm getting counseling. Why do I not like LeBron James?
Is it play style related? Is it the idea of you had more of a preference for Michael Jordan in the 90s,
Larry Bird
in the 80s and early 90s? I think that potentially having that more of a preference toward old school basketball, I think that can definitely play a part in the view of LeBron in comparison to Jordan, in comparison to Bird, in comparison to Magic.
I watched a highlight clip last night of a guy. You helped me, Dr. Smith. Thank you. I watched a highlight clip of a guy last night. He revolutionized the game of basketball. It was Wilt Chamberlain. I watched his highlight reel of about 8 or 9 minutes. Incredible. They changed the width of the lane. They changed some of the rules of the NBA because of the talents of Wilt Chamberlain. So, in fact, I was going to read those. I forgot to run them off this morning, getting ready for the show. But anyway, Wilt, that's another guy that's just a phenomenal talent. And so, anyway, LeBron and the boys, is this his last go-around with the Lakers? Is he going to get rid of him? Is he going to be around? Because I keep hearing they're going to dump him or trade him or whatever.
I think if it's LeBron's last season as a Laker, it's going to be a LeBron choice and not a Lakers choice.
Okay.
I don't know if I can say for certain if this is the last go-around for him or not.
Let's take a look at the Sunday playoffs. Again, we're talking NBA in the East. Number 2, the Boston Celtics getting ready to play at Old Rivalry. Speaking of Wilt and Bill Russell back in the day, the Celtics and then Dr. J and Larry Bird. The number 2 Celtics, number 7 76ers. Who do you like in that series and why?
I like Boston here.
Okay.
I think the way that team has looked pre-Jason Tatum injury was already impressive enough. And then Jason Tatum makes his comeback, and they pick right back up. So I just think that they'll be too much right now. I think Joe Mazzulla is probably your coach of the year in the NBA, in my opinion. So give me Boston.
That's really good ice cream, folks. Hudsonville, buy one, get one free. Rob brought it up here and left it from me, so what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to eat it. I am. All right, in the West, it's the number 1 seed Thunder with a to-be-determined. Will it make any difference?
I don't think so. I think Oklahoma City will take care of
whoever,
whether it be Golden State or Phoenix.
Number 1 seed, the Detroit Pistons in the East, taking on the number 8 seed. Either be the Orlando Magic or the who we talked about earlier. The Hornets. I'm sorry, the Charlotte Hornets. Who make a difference? No.
I think Detroit will win the series either way. I do think if it's Charlotte, they give them a much better series than Orlando would.
Taking Pistons, all right. Then my team. Well, Tom, of course, they're doing really good. No, I've been a Spurs guy since back with the Iceman, George Gervin, Artis Gilmore, Tim Duncan, go right up through Ginobili, right on through Tony Parker. The number 2 seeded San Antonio Spurs, number 7 seeded Portland Trailblazers. Who wins and why?
I like the Spurs. I just think that the way Victor Wembanyama can take over a series, especially on the defensive end, with his size, his length, I think it'll just be too difficult for Portland to deal with. Plus, you look at the different ways that San Antonio can attack you offensively. I like the Spurs.
So who's the 2 teams going to be in the NBA Finals? Who's going to be from the East?
I think it'll be Boston out of the East. And I think they will be taking on
the Spurs.
I actually think it'll be Oklahoma City.
Okay.
I think it'll be Boston versus OKC, and I think I'll go Boston in that.
The Celtics to win it all. All right. Hang the banner
again. As much as it pains me as a Hawks fan, I'll go Boston.
Hello, Rhonda Simpson. How you doing, lady? And hello to Lynn Up. Thank you, ladies, and Robert Nidifer. among others, watching. We're here at Food City on a Food City Friday. Everything $5, $5 days. Got some, not everything, but it's got some great deals. We're going to get into the orange-white game. Got a bunch of colleges. Also got a new rule proposal change. We'll tell you about that and let him get his take on that coming up. The NCAA, they're talking about it, which means they're going to do it. Let's see. In-store made sushi at all Food Cities. Here it is, $5 days today and tomorrow at $5. 8-pound bag of jumbo baking potatoes, basket and bushel, $5. The fruit balls we just showed you. You like cantaloupe? You like watermelon? You like pineapple?
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm more of a watermelon guy myself.
All right, there's cantaloupe. We're going to give that to you. You're going to take this with you as a gift.
All right.
$5. Fresh cut watermelon come out of California and Florida. And then hand me the pineapple there, sir, if you would, please.
There you go.
Watch the lid don't fly off of it. There you go. Look how big these are for $5, cut fresh every day at all produce, in all produce departments at all Food Cities. That's today and tomorrow. So those are some of the specials. Gatorade 8-pack 20-ounce bottles for $5. Give you one more. The Screamin' Sicilian pizzas for $5. Limit 4 today and tomorrow. There you see the Screamin' Sicilian pizzas right yonder at all Food Cities. All right, new rules change coming up. College football, the proposal, if I can find it. They want to move it up a week. They want to start the season. Here it is. College football. We're talking to our buddy Andrew Smith, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News, recommending moving up week 1 to the week typically reserved for week 0, starting with 2027. It's to be voted on in June, which means if we got to this point, they're going to do it, in my opinion. It would be a standard 14 weeks with 2 bye weeks and a 12-game schedule. So the season will start in late August and close on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, preserving conference championship games and the exclusive window that was set by President Trump for the Army-Navy game in early December. Like it or not?
It makes sense. I think especially when you look at all the power conference teams having 9-game conference schedules, being able to have a second bye week guaranteed is going to be a major help for team health. Now, when I saw that, I first thought that, they'll move everything up a week to try and finish the season earlier. No, they're just going to spread it out a little bit more. So, I think it would be to the benefit of college football to kind of try and finish a week earlier, a week or two earlier, just because you're going so deep into the NFL playoffs and going up against that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But, moving everything up to where week 0 normally would be does make some sense. Like I said, the extra bye week guarantee would certainly be a help to many teams, especially you look in the SEC. Not 9 SEC games is no joke. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad call, but I would have also just pushed everything and not just spread it out further.
Spring practice games tomorrow. Wrapping up the season for spring practice for Auburn, Cal, Duke, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Houston, Kentucky, Miami, Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas, Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, Virginia. The Hokies will have a 3 o'clock tomorrow in Blacksburg at Lane Stadium. Wake Forest and West Virginia. So this will officially bring to a close spring football practice. Most schools have already done it. I think this is the last week they've got them for spring football scrimmages, inter-squad, whatever they call them, different things with different campuses. So, and you'll shut them down, and everybody go into spring and summer workouts, and fall camp's not that far away.
It's really not. It really opens there in July. But yeah, it is coming soon. I know ETSU is going to have their blue and gold game next Saturday, so there's still, I guess, one more week of spring ball for some teams after tomorrow. But yeah, so tomorrow kind of opens up most of the or closes most of the spring for a lot of major programs. So yeah, it's always exciting time to have football around, and yeah, it's a lot of fun always.
I just checked while he was talking the countdown to Friday night football for high school. 127 days or 18 weeks we'll be doing Cyclones and Science Hill start the high school football season. Hard to believe. Now, we're not done with baseball and softball and track and field and boys and girls tennis and boys soccer in spring. They're all getting ready to get into tournament time. So.
Yeah, tournaments are rapidly approaching all across the board. Yeah, it's a lot. to me, nothing quite beats postseason baseball. It doesn't matter if it's high school, college, obviously the Major League Baseball playoffs. To me, nothing beats playoff baseball, and we're getting ready to get in the heart of it, and it'll be a lot of fun to follow.
Yep, we're at Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday. So let's brag on your Braves because they're playing very good baseball. They're in Philadelphia, start the weekend. Perez on the mound tonight for the Bravos, and they've got the Phillies who are struggling. They're going to try and turn it around starting tonight against the number one team. What's your take on your Braves right now?
It's been a much better start to the year than last year. I'll say that much. Last year, the Braves were the last team to win a game. This year, they are the last team to lose a series, and they still haven't lost a series. Actually,
Oh, really?
The only series they didn't win was a 4-game series out in Arizona, and they split 2-2. So that's obviously a great spot to be in. You think back to the mantra of the 90s Braves of Bobby Cox, just 2 out of 3 your way all the way to the playoffs. Well, they're doing that to start the year. Drake Baldwin's been fantastic. Coming off a Rookie of the Year, he's just been phenomenal. Dominic Smith, I did not see him being as big of a piece to this offense as he has been, but my goodness, he has had some clutch moments. He's been really good. Mauricio Dubon has been really good. And, it appears some other guys are picking it up too. Ronald Acuna seems to be somewhat unlucky, but starting for him a little bit. Austin Riley finally hit his first homer of the year the other night. Just a lot of really good coming from the offense. And, the pitching staff has been much better than I anticipated it being outside of Chris Sale. He's always been that guy. But Bryce Elder, man, he has been
Tearing it up.
fantastic.
Yep.
I did not see that coming out of him. I believe his ERA is under 1 through 4 starts this year. He's just been phenomenal. It's been a lot of good. Spencer Strider made a rehab start last night for the High Rome Emperors. Went fairly well from all accounts. Sean Murphy caught him actually on his rehab assignment. So this team's been good, and they're getting healthy a little bit, and it's an exciting time to be a Braves fan again.
Dodgers best in baseball at 14-4. Padres won 8 in a row, but the Braves first place team. So, Andrew Smith. Oh, orange-white game. Give me 30-second summation of the orange-white game in Tennessee spring football.
The quarterback competition is still happening. I wouldn't really necessarily say either Faison Brandon or George McIntyre really separated themselves much. The defense, it's ahead of where I thought it would be for it being a new defense. Jim Knowles in, new pieces. They look really solid. I think that they're going to be a much improved unit from last season, which you kind of hope for given the staff changes you made. And it appears Tennessee has a consistent kicker now as well.
Good segment, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
Hello
sir.
to Lily Rumrell, Rhonda Simpson, Terry Childers, Lynn Huff. Got some folks watching. Some new names. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. Go on, miss this next segment. If you don't believe there's a God, the flowers that he created are unbelievable. And Camille, our little buddy in the floral department, she's got them. They're beautiful. Hydrangeas, a geranium hanging basket. Got all this to show you coming up, and this will be good at all floral departments at all food cities. It's our weekly show and tell from the floral department on the Tom Taylor Sports. Smith from Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Things that you do, maybe some things folks don't realize you do at PTS.
So a lot of people think that we hang our hat on sports and providing sports coverage, which we do, and we do a very good job with that. I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but there's a reason that we've been doing this since 1976, and we continue to be the go-to people for this. But some of the things that we treat that people don't realize that we treat is just generalized deconditioning. People that aren't able to get up out of chairs, people that aren't able to work, people that want to be able to go and see their grandkids play sports, but they can't make it from the parking lot into the stadium. So we help people do that. Vertigo. We do a lot of vertigo work and a lot of dizziness work. We're one of the few vertigo from the American Balance Institute, one of the few vertigo clinics within the state of Tennessee. We do a fantastic job with that as well. And the other thing is, because we've been in business for so long, we are very well integrated within the healthcare system of Northeast Tennessee and outside of Northeast Tennessee. So if we can't can't help you, we can refer you to the right people that can provide you with the appropriate care.
Awesome. A lot of things. Website, how do we find your website? What's there?
ptstn.net. You'll find our information, contact information. We're currently redoing our website, trying to make it better and updated. Really, the best way to get in touch with us is to call us or stop by, set up for a consultation, and we can point you in the right direction. Whether we're pointing back at us to get you taken care of, or we are pointing you to one of our fellow clinics and fellow physicians.
Phone number is
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, PTS, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Coming up, we'll take a look at Major League Baseball. Busy weekend coming up. Hello, dear. How are you?
I'm good, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing good. She's here, ready to go. She is our buddy Camille out of the Florida Department. Again, as we say every time, everything she's going to show you can get at any Food City.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
where do we start with?
Let's start with ferns, because we're in the middle of the fern frenzy, so we might as well pull these babies out.
These are really unbelievable. I mean, look at this. It takes two hands to hold this.
Yeah, they're big and they are heavy, that's for sure.
Price point?
$12.99 right now. They're on sale. I think they extended it through the 19th.
Look at this.
So
Look
they're
how-
regular $14.99 on sale for $12.99 right now. So come
All right.
and get your ferns, because we have got all kinds of them. It's like a jungle out there.
All right, you're the green thumb. I'm not. So how do you, once you get a fern, we don't want them to kill it, so how do you successfully grow a fern?
You definitely need to make sure it's watered every day, especially when it's warmer outside. If it's a little bit cooler, they could probably go about every other day, but they need a lot of water to keep them hydrated, to keep their leaves looking healthy and not brown and crunchy. So, but these are the Boston ferns. They're pretty hardy. And the Kimberly ferns, we may get those in a little bit later on. We usually get those sometime in the, during the season. We haven't gotten any in yet though. But even if you do get dead spots, trim them off, like wherever it's dead, and it'll promote new growth.
Full sun, no sun?
I would do like partial. Yeah,
Okay.
I would do partial sun.
All right.
Full
There you
sun
go.
is going to burn them up. It's best to water at the water line. Don't just stand over it and spray the water all over it. It's going to create like what a magnifying glass would do. It's just going to burn it. It's going to burn it up. So
There you go.
an early morning or later in the evening, when it's not just extremely hot in the middle of the day with the direct sun coming down on it, that's not when you water it. Do it early morning or in the evening.
There you go. She knows what she's talking about. So Boston ferns
Boston ferns. Mhm.
at all Food Cities, $12.99.
Yep, and they are on sale right now, so come and get them.
Here's another.
We've got a pretty hanging baskets out there too. This was a geranium. This is $14.99. We've got Gerber daisies, geraniums. I almost said germanium. There's multiple different kinds. There's several other kinds out there. I can't think off the top of my head right now what else is out there. Impatiens. There's something else. I can't remember, but there's all kinds of really pretty ones that are starting to come in now. So
And you can take this off and just make it a pot.
you
if
sure
want
can.
to. Yeah.
Yep. They just have a little thing that snaps in, and you can pop it off of there if you don't want it to hang, or if you don't have a place to hang it, or you can just get one of those little garden stakes, and hang it like that too. That's another option. Okay. And we've
Here's some
got
of our shrubs.
Tons of trees. We've got tons of trees. This one's a boxwood. It's just smaller, so that's why I brought this one in. But we've got big trees, fruit trees, flowering trees, shade trees, shrubs, ones that can grow like really tall to be like great, almost like a privacy fence. We've got all different kinds of plants. So they range from like $15.99 to $24.99.
You know what's really cool about this segment? There was a time when she was in Elizabeth and we couldn't get her on the show. She'd say, maybe next week.
I would
maybe
be
next
nervous.
week. And then she was nervous, and I look at her. She's doing a wonderful job.
No,
Yeah.
it's not so scary.
No, if I can do this, anybody can do it.
Hey, I am all good on here now. So we've got our vegetable plants that are starting to come in. These are tomatoes here. We got tomatoes and cucumbers. They're $3.99 each.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a healthy-looking tomato plant, too.
It is. We got a whole bunch of them in.
That's a husky tomato. That's a good one on a slice good on some Food City meat on a hamburger.
Yum.
Out of the meat department.
Nothing like a sliced tomato with a little salt and pepper on it. It's so good. They smell good, too.
$3.99. And those,
I like the way they smell. Yep, right now we've got tomatoes and cucumbers. We'll be getting more stuff, I'm sure, here pretty soon, anytime now.
Oh, this is beautiful here.
So we've got a lot of ceramic pots. These kind of tend to maybe get overlooked outside. That one is $14.99. That's the smallest size. We've got the medium size, which is $24.99, and then the big, large ones are $29.99. And you could get like the whole set, or you could just get like one of whatever size you need for, whatever you need to plant in it.
Beautiful.
But they're beautiful. We've got blues and grays and browns and reddish colors. There's all different kinds of colors of the pottery out there, and they are really pretty.
You got the hole in the bottom for the drainage.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And they're in they're the terracotta, so it's really good for a lot of plants because it'll hold moisture in there, and it also has a good draining system. So.
She's so good.
All right.
All kinds of good tips. You just have to listen.
We got our roses that are everyday low price at $12.99. Now, once Mother's Day comes in, our prices will go up some just due to Mother's Day.
Sure.
But right now, we are still in our normal pricing at $12.99 for a dozen.
Absolutely
and
beautiful.
All reds and colors are included in that price.
You always bring these up, you know.
I know. I always bring you a special one.
Look at this. These are tipped. These are
Aren't
not
they
spray
pretty?
painted.
Nope. That is naturally how they come. They're so beautiful.
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. I luckily had some color. Our truck got messed up this week, both of our trucks this week. It wasn't entered into the system, so we didn't get a truck. So luckily, some of the other stores helped us out and gave us product. Yeah, it's been a doozy of a week.
We're here at Food City in Gray talking to Camille. Everything we're talking about is good at all floral departments.
This one is the Enchantment Bouquet. It is $18.99. This is one of the bouquets that we have in our bouquet program. There's like 5 or 6 different ones with multiple price ranges. So it's a price range to fit any budget. That one is Enchantment, and these will definitely be in all Food Cities. Aren't they pretty? Look at those roses, how pretty. They're like the cabbage rose right there. And calla lilies, yellow roses. These are the mini roses here. Milk thistle. I can't remember what these little green poofy things are called, but they're so much fun.
I call them green poopy things.
Green poofies, right?
Show them one more time here. Look at that.
They're so pretty. It's a really pretty bouquet. There's a lot of pretty filler in there as well.
Those little green poofy things.
Yeah.
Looks like broccoli.
And you don't usually get a bouquet with your calla lily in there. The calla lilies are gorgeous. So I wanted to bring that one up. It's really pretty. And we've got our party palms. These things are fun. The kids love these. Oh my gosh, these are great for anybody, but those sell really. It just seems like the kids just gravitate towards those.
Yep.
But they're the party palms, and we will also have those dressed up in like a bud vase and arranged with some baby's breath and a little balloon in it. One of the smaller Mylar balloons. These are $9.99 like this, and then if you get it in the arrangement, it's $14.99.
And reminding you, of course, prom season right around the corner. So
oh yes, I've got all kinds of
you already
orders I'm
started?
working on right
Are
now.
you really?
Yep. Yeah, so the sooner you call in your order, the better. It's not good to just wait till the last minute and spring it on us because we've already got a lot going on and we may not be able to have time to get to you. So the earlier you can call in, the better. Please and thank you.
I'm guessing the prom, you'll be doing a lot of Daniel Boone because it's right down the road.
Yeah. Yep. I've already got a lot going on for Boone. Yep.
So each floral department doing corsages, or as Gomer said, corsages on Andy Griffith. And
corsages.
Yep. And so boutonnieres,
That's funny.
wrist corsages. They got it all for prom season, which is here upon us. A lot of the schools getting ready for prom season. And graduation's right around the corner too. And as she said,
yeah.
Mother's Day. All up
Yep,
is.
and Mother's, and then next thing it'll be Father's Day after that. Look
Yep.
how cute that is. It's
a little llama, isn't it?
Llama, yeah.
Look at that little
With
llama.
a little succulent. Isn't it adorable?
I love it. How much is this
They're
little guy?
$9.99.
$9.99.
$9.99. Is that right?
Yep,
I mean,
$9.99.
we just got those in yesterday, but I thought they were adorable. Who doesn't love a llama?
And these are easy to take care of, aren't they?
Very, yes. And it's okay if you neglect them. They actually do better with a little bit of neglect. So
Really?
Oh yeah, because it's a succulent, so they don't want a lot of water. Let them completely dry out between waterings and light water.
When you rolled the buggy up here, a lady picked this up and looked at it. She
Oh,
said,
did she?
"Can I buy that?" I said, "Well, I guess you can."
Yeah.
She didn't, but
so
she,
pretty.
look at that. That is cute.
That's a cyclamen, and it's in a pretty little teacup. And you know, if you don't want to keep the flower in there and put it into a different little pot, then you could just use the teacup to drink out of because it's beautiful. So
$12.99 for that.
we just got those in yesterday too. So these are begonias. These are $12.99. Absolutely beautiful. It's such a pretty pinky melon color. I love that color.
Look
Isn't
at that.
Pretty.
Gorgeous, folks. $12.99. These begonias at all food cities.
And we've got mums. These are also $12.99. It's a really pretty mum. We've got the solid colors, and then we have some that are tri-colored also with like 3 different colors in there.
So you've got all kinds of choices.
Yeah, we've got mini roses, 6-inch, 4-inch. We've got Gerber daisies. We've got so many plants to choose from. And Mother's Day is the biggest plant holiday, so we will have a ton of plants here before long.
Look at this. These little hydrangeas. And the magical Elizabeth Ashley hydrangea for $14.99.
Isn't that gorgeous?
With a little burlap.
Yeah. We've got pink ones too. They're so pretty. I love hydrangeas. They definitely want a lot of water. And what's cool about a hydrangea, if it does start getting floppy on you, because I've come in and I haven't watered in a couple days, they'll look dead. But once you give them plenty of water,
They spring back to
they
life.
spring right back up. And if you have to, you can even submerge the entire flower into water just to hydrate it, and it'll help it bounce back too. So you could submerge the whole flower part into water as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you leave this in a pot? You put it out in the
You
yard?
can plant it you can definitely plant it, and it'll turn into a really big bush. So they get really big if they're planted in the ground because they have so much more room to grow.
So if you put one outside, full sun, partial sun?
I would do partial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Look at this is going to turn a deep blue, isn't it?
It's pretty. I love the blue ones. They're my favorite. I love the pink ones too, but the blue is just my favorite because it's got that hue of the green and the blue and the purple in there. I don't know. They're so pretty.
So it's just not coming on, right? It's not bloomed out yet, right?
No. It's still going to keep blooming.
There's
so,
there's
it's
kind of
the
an
gift
idea.
that keeps on giving.
Yep. Hydrangeas from Food City
They're
Floral.
gorgeous.
All right.
All right.
Then we get into the candles.
Yeah, let's get to the candles. So these are our Tuscany candles. That's lemon sugar cookie. It smells so good. They're made with soy wax and essential oils, so they've got a long burn time too. They're a really nice candle.
That smells like a lemon sugar cookie.
It's awesome.
Wow.
It smells so good.
I don't know how they come up with these,
I know.
but they really smell like
They're
they
so
say.
good, and they're $12.99 for those candles. And we've got our wax melts too. These are our Swan Creek ones. That's bourbon maple sugar there. And these wax melts are $5.99. They have a really long burn time, and the cubes are huge. They put out a lot of scent as well.
Bourbon maple sugar.
I love that one. It smells so good. It smells
Absolutely.
like pancakes.
It does smell like pancakes.
This one is salted caramel popcorn. Oh, I know. Oh my goodness. It's
Love it.
delicious. It makes you want to eat it. They smell so good. And then here's luscious lemon vanilla. I'm on a lemon kick today. Oh, this one's one of my favorites. It smells like lemon pound cake.
Yes, it does.
It smells exactly
It really
like
does.
lemon pound cake, doesn't it? Oh my God. Oh, it smells so good.
There's
I love lemon.
6 to a package for $5.99.
Yeah. And these are big cubes in here. These are like equivalent to 2 cubes of like, the other packs that you would usually get somewhere. These cubes are big. And they've got a nice long burn time. Usually after about 24 hours, you can't really smell the scent of other ones. But these you can still smell.
Oh, absolutely. No
Yeah.
question.
And then we've got our little wax melt burners. We've got the ones that plug into the wall, and then the ones that sit on the surface.
Looks like a little mason jar, right?
Yeah, isn't it cute?
Isn't that cute?
I love it.
Little mason jar. You
So
put the tart down on
cute.
top of it. So
Yeah.
$12.99 for this. These are $6, so $20 in tax. You got a great long-term gift for yourself or someone else. Moms would love this one for Mother's Day.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or graduates, for
Moms,
that matter.
Oh, God, yeah. Who doesn't want their house to smell delicious?
Amen. Great job, dear. Tell us in closing, people don't realize you guys do a lot of weddings. Tell us about the weddings.
We do. We do weddings. We do funerals. We do, oh, my God, pretty much everything that you can think of. And it's definitely getting towards wedding season. So, you know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
So proms, weddings, casket sprays for funerals. Graduation. Some folks buy their mama a flower for graduation to wear because their daughter or son proudly have graduated. So for whatever reason, anything we've shown you is good at any floral department. So what's been the hot seller? Ferns flying out of here?
Ferns are flying like crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank goodness, because we had so many of them,
Yeah.
but they are selling.
Yep.
Like, where are we going to put all
We're
these?
moving them. Yep.
Yeah.
And you got fruit trees on the front porch.
Yep.
You've got peach trees, cherry trees, apple trees, maple trees. Went out to look for the show, and so and they're moving them. So there you go.
Oh, yeah. We just got 2 more pallets of trees in yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And they're good looking. They're healthy
They're
trees.
so pretty. Yeah, they look really good this year.
See, over the years, I've got in my yard, I've bought, I've got a cherry tree, an apple tree, a peach tree, and a sunset red maple tree.
Oh,
I bought from Food City.
That's
So
awesome. We have really good trees.
Thank
Thanks,
you, dear.
darling. You're welcome.
She's a sweetie. I appreciate her. Great job. Yep. We'll be right back after this. We're going to take a look at Major League Baseball on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's Camille from the Florida Department here in Gray, one of the top Florida departments in the entire chain. They do it. They crank it out. And so she does a wonderful job, and I appreciate her very much coming up here and doing that. Again, anything you saw on this segment with the flowers is good at any Food City you would trade at. All right, quick break. Baseball next. Major League Baseball. Take you to the weekend on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Millions of dollars of furniture in stock right now. Are you tired of hearing what you want is sold out? We have the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the area. We receive truckloads every day of special buys ready for you to pick up today or have delivered. Come get your new furniture at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth, and your Cowboy store, and so much more. We have shoes and boots for guys and gals. We have kids' boots and shoes for the little people, too. Ball caps, Marriott Wrangler, and a large selection of Huey. We have purses, billfolds, handbags. We carry a full line of Montana Silversmith jewelry. We have both Lane Frost and Huey cologne and perfumes. We even have several styles of rugs to choose from, and a large kids section full of boots and shoes and jeans and dresses and even stuffed animals. And jeans, and more jeans, both work and casual for guys and gals. Ariat and Wrangler in all sizes and styles. T-shirts for men, women, and kids. For cold weather, we have fleece tops and sweaters. And racks full of men's shirts, including the George Strait line from Wrangler. Short sleeve and long sleeve shirts for men and women. Vests and jackets for the cold days and nights for the guys and the ladies. We have a full line of tack and cowboy hats for cowboys and cowgirls, along with belts and a great selection of saddles. So you see, it is a cowboy store and more. Double C Western Supply, Railroad Street, Elizabethton. Find us on Facebook and at doublecwesternsupply.com.
On our buddy Misty Counts, owner of Duck Crossing here in downtown Elizabethton. Springs and summer's right around the corner. Why come shopping at Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton?
Because we've got everything you could ever dream of. We have 3 floors with over 50 different vendors. We have a great selection. We have more than 75% of our items are vintage, which are 25 years or older. So we are an antique mall, but we specialize in vintage items and things that take care of vintage items, like our cleaning supplies and things like that. We have clothes, we have jewelry, we have a little bit, like I said, of everything.
Yep, and you do. Hours are open?
We're open through the week, 11 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. Saturdays, we're open 10 to 6.
Closed on Sundays.
Closed on Sundays.
How do we find you on social media?
We're on Facebook at Duck Crossing Elizabethton, Instagram at Duck Crossing Antique, and on TikTok.
3 floors, over 50 vendors. Be loyal. Buy local. Buy it in downtown Elizabeth.
Yes.
The Duck Crossing Antique Store, one of our proud sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are here live again at Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday. So some of the other specials we talked about, $5 days. And you've got Kellogg's Rice Krispie Treats, 2 for $5 today and tomorrow. You got the Octagon trays we spoke of for $5. Eckrich smoked sausage, 2 for $5 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. Also, you have, selected varieties of General Mills cereal, 2 boxes for $5, limit 4. Body Armor, 16-ounce bottles, $1 a piece, 5 for $5. Hamburger Helper, 4 boxes for $5. And we used to live on Hamburger Helper growing up. Didn't have a whole lot, and so we did the best we could. But, man, we wore out some Hamburger Helper. Whew, me, oh, my. Back in the day. You get those Octagon trays for $5, selected varieties. Today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. Then on the front, if you're a fan of sushi, in-store made sushi at all Food Cities today and tomorrow for $5. And the Pepsi products, $5.99. 12-pack, 12-ounce cans at all Food Cities today and tomorrow on $5 days. All right, baseball, Mike Trout's latest home run against the Yankees put him in rare company. Going deep again made history at Yankee Stadium. We talked about this yesterday. Could he do it again yesterday? He did. In an afternoon game, Trout homered for the 5th time during a 4-game series. Yesterday, crushing a 446-foot home run. Angels all over the Yankees 11-4. A 3-time MVP, Mike Trout, joining Jimmy Fox, Darrell Evans, and George Bell. The only players with 5 home runs in a series against the Yankees. Trout also became the first visiting player to homer in 4 consecutive days at the current Yankee Stadium, which opened back in 2009. It's an incredible stat. Trout now 6 for 16 with 5 home runs and 9 RBIs in the series. This guy did it. He has hit it in 5 in a row. His streak is 7 games back in 2022. He has homered in 4 straight games for the 4th time in his career. If this guy's healthy, he's the best in the business. We're talking about Mike Trout for the New York Yankees. Or, I'm sorry, the LA Angels against the New York Yankees. All right, Major League Baseball, the standings heading into the weekend. In the East, Atlanta 12-7 leading the league. In the Central, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati are tied for the lead at 11-8. In the West, what a surprise. The Dodgers are 14-4. They've won 3 in a row, but the Padres are right behind them. Padres are 13-6. They've won 8 in a row. In the American League, the number 1 team in the East are the Tampa Bay Rays at 11-7. In the Central, the Minnesota Twins, number 1 at 11-8. In the West, Evan Carter and the Texas Rangers are tied for the lead with Athletics at 10-9. So that's your standings. Heading into the weekend, 1-day game today at Wrigley, the Cubs and the Mets. Everything else under the lights tonight. Baltimore at Cleveland, the Braves in Philadelphia, Walker for the Phillies, and Perez will go for the Braves tonight. Tampa Bay will be at Pittsburgh. The Giants in Washington, the Yankees hosting Kansas City. Milwaukee tonight at Miami. Detroit will battle the Red Sox at Fenway. Cardinals in Houston. The Reds will be in Minnesota. Williamson on the mound for the Redlegs. Joe Ryan will go for the Twins in Minnesota tonight. The Dodgers in Colorado. The Padres with an 8-game winning streak against the Angels and Mike Trout back in L.A. The White Sox will be against the Athletics tonight. Texas and Evan Carter will take on Seattle. Jacob deGrom for the Rangers, and Logan Gilbert goes to the Mariners tonight in Seattle. And Toronto at Arizona. That's your Major League schedule for this Friday, April the 17th. Hard to believe we have hit the halfway point of the month of April. We are looking at May, looking down the barrel at the month of May coming up. And so it's a busy time, but the Atlanta Braves, again, the number 1 team right now in Major League Baseball in the National League at 12 and 7 in the East. In the Central, Pittsburgh and the Reds. In the West, the Dodgers. In the American League East, again, Tampa Bay. In the Central, Minnesota. In the West, you've got Texas and the Athletics tied for the lead. Now, here we go. Tom, why don't you ever go watch an NBA game? I'm glad you asked that. And this is the reason. So this guy's going to plead guilty, so he did it. Former NBA player and coach Damon Jones. Mr. Birchfield just settled in. We'll get to him in a second. He may want to put on his makeup, so I'm going to turn his right here, so he may fluff a little bit. That's it. So, former NBA player and coach Damon Jones expected to plead guilty. Tom, why don't you go watch NBA games? Well, here it is. Alleged involvement in illegal gambling rings. Jones initially pleaded not guilty back in November. Now he has changed. He's going to plead guilty. He was arrested back in October along with former Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups, former Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, part of a wide-ranging investigation into illegal sports betting and rigged card games. Now, this involves the Lakers and Anthony Davis and LeBron James back in the day when they were on the team. Jones, he and his fellow conspirators participated in a scheme to defraud the betting companies by providing, obtaining, and using non-public information about players. I'll give you an example here in a second relating to NBA games. So it goes like this. Tom, why don't you watch NBA games? During his time with the Lakers, Damon Jones allegedly used his connection to James and then Lakers star Anthony Davis to sell non-public information to bettors. Here's an example. February the 9th, 2023. Prior to the Lakers game against the Milwaukee Bucks, Jones allegedly texted his other buddies in this deal and said, quote, get a big bet on Milwaukee tonight before the information goes out. Player number 3 is out tonight. Player number 3 was LeBron James. The player in question, who was widely believed to be James, was not listed on the Lakers injury report at the time of the text. He was eventually ruled out. Funny how that works. Due to ankle soreness, and the Lakers lost the game. So originally he was in. He got information under the table that he's not going to play, and he didn't. And so he texted his buddies and put a big bet on Milwaukee tonight because player number 3, which was James, is not playing. Illegal as the day's long. Here's one more example. Tom, why don't you watch NBA games? Here's another example. Oklahoma City Thunder game on January 15, 2024. Jones allegedly alerted his co-conspirators that a trainer on the sly informed him that Davis was injured, was either going to be playing limited minutes or he wasn't going to be playing all. Well, he defied that. Davis goes out and plays, gets 27 points and 15 rebounds, and all his buddies said, you need to pay us. According to the prosecutors, Jones, his co-buddies, paid him $2,500 in information. Then they went out and placed their bets. Well, Davis plays, 27 points, 15 rebounds, so they call him back and say, you need to give us that $2,500 back. You didn't do it. But this is what you're dealing with. So don't tell me the gambling ain't going on. It's going on in college, too. So, Tom, why don't you go watch the NBA? Why don't you talk a lot about the NBA? We do in the playoff time, but because of that right there. So, anyway, we are here. You form your own opinions. I got mine, obviously. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. He's in the house. He's our buddy, Jeff Birchfield. Bill Birchfield's watching, so I knew when he popped up, Jeff was on his way. We'll take a look at NASCAR racing weekend behind us at Bristol. How good was the racing? How good were the crowds? At a triple header. So Christopher Bell, Connor Zilic, and Ty Gibbs now on to Kansas. We'll get his take on last weekend in Bristol right after this from the Eagle Center. Also talk a little Buck football. The Blue Gold game is not this weekend, but next weekend. We'll be right back after this. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton, great antique store. Why come shop at the Eagle Center?
We just have so many unique things that tell a story, that add character to your home and conversation, and there's something new to look at every single day. Every time you come in, you won't see the same thing twice, and it's just a good place to shop for those unique gifts.
What's the saying you always use, the cliche?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
That's it.
We have a building full of things that are just dying to tell stories.
Absolutely. 2 floors, over 50 vendors. Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
Closed on Sundays for the Lord's Day.
That's right.
And you have gift cards too, right?
We have gift cards available.
Yep. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local, and shop at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
Thank you, Tom.
Tom Taylor Sports Show, graduation, Mother's Day. What do you got for us here from the Jeweler's Bench?
We have lots of stuff, Tom. We've got Pandora, we have watches, we have E. Newton, pearls, diamonds, diamond earrings, you name it. We got it.
Yep. Birthstones.
Birthstones.
Year-round birthstones, of course. Pearls, you mentioned watches. So they run the gamut, graduation, guys and girls, and certainly for Mother's Day. Liberal layaway policy. Tell us about your layaway policy.
So put it in layaway, make a down payment, and then as long as you're making a monthly payment, we give you typically as long as you need.
Mm-hmm. So graduations, Mother's Day, right around the corner. Stop by here. Hours are open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
And how do we find you on social media?
Facebook and Instagram, and then website is jewelersbench10.com.
And the phone number is 423
542-5600.
There you go. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports. Tom Taylor Sports Show, your jewelry needs for Mother's Day and graduation right here at the Jeweler's Bench in Elizabethton. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, our last guest is Mr. Birchfield. He's in the house. Johnson City Press. Hello, sir. How are you doing? You looking good. Red's in first place for now. No, but we'll enjoy it while we got it. Ride the wave. So far, so good. Just take one day at a time. It's a long season, yep. You too, sir. Good to see you. Good man.
Got Mayor Taylor here.
Yeah. When you're old, you've been around a long time, you know this. How long have you been writing for the paper?
Well, for Johnson City, about 20 years. I did part-time Elizabeth about another 10 years. So.
There you go. So you've been around a while, too. People know you because he's a media celeb, this guy is. All right, so hello to Linda Wagner. Thank you for watching the show. You were there last week. You had the ARCA, and you had the truck race. You had the Suburban Propane 300 and the Food City 500. So what'd you think? What was your take on the weekend of racing?
Well, I mean, the racing was fantastic, in my opinion. The crowd was disappointing. But, I mean, especially, I think, on Friday and Saturday. You know, Sunday's crowd's been under a lot of scrutiny, which there were probably between 50 and 65,000 fans there, which fills up the majority of NASCAR speedways. I got tickled. I saw people saying, well, Dale Jr. was at the Nashville Fairgrounds and it's sold out. They need to move the Food City 500 there. And I'm like, well, number one, Food City does not have grocery stores in Nashville. But number two, that's 12,000 people at Nashville Fairgrounds sits. I mean, that's like a fifth of the crowd that was at Bristol. You know, most of the estimates I've heard is between 60 and 70,000, a little less than half there.
I love to get on there and read. These people are so uninformed. They just shoot from the hip. They don't have a clue what most of them, not all of them, but most of them have a clue what they're talking about.
Well, and I was surprised reading Jeff Gluck's poll, like, was it a good race? 67% said yes, and 33% said no. I'm thinking you had a fantastic finish. You had the big wrecks, a couple of the big wrecks that everybody always says, oh, you know, with all that. You had passing, you know, back and forth. I mean, to me, it's a fantastic race. Now, granted, the first third of the race, boring, people right around, you know, I guess single file, and Kyle Larson dominated that part of the race, and that happens. I mean, that happens every race pretty much, NASCAR. If you got a 400, 500 mile or 400, 500 lap race, you're going to have a stretch of it, generally speaking, that's going to be not very exciting.
They're the best in the business. They figured this track out with all the technology and everything going on. So, you know, My question is this. I was up here for 20 years doing the PA, had a great run. So I know what goes on behind the scenes, how hard the sales department works, the marketing department, bringing all these folks, all these bells and whistles and all the different things they do in pre-race ceremonies. I don't know what else is going to take to get them up there in the spring. I mean, I really don't. The weather, there was no excuse this week, or last week, I'll have a big crowd. The points race is pretty competitive. I know Tyler Reddick's 1-4, but still, the point race is pretty good. Hello, Mrs. Cox. How are you, dear? I'm doing wonderful. I love coming out here. There's a lot of peeps out here. And so the racing, I mean, the weather was good. You had a lot of celebrities up there. You had everything going on, everything out in the fan zone. And it goes on and on and on. Great racing on the track. It was not a threat of rain for any of the 3 races. So I don't really know what Bristol Motor Speedway as a group, as a corporate, can do to bring the fans back like they should be, because, I mean, if you weren't going to do it this week, you're not going to do it, or last weekend. And the recipe there was for a phenomenal weekend. Racing was great, as you said, and you would know that. You've been covering it for 20 years, but I don't know. What would you do? How do you get them back in the stands?
Well, I think, the best they can do is try to lower ticket prices and try to, these hotels around here still are just absolutely ripping people off. They've got 3 times what it normally costs and 3-day, 3-night, minimums. And I mean, I saw one of the YouTube people that does this. He was breaking that down, and I mean, it easily, a family of 4 cost you, if you're from out of town, $2,000 to attend the race here, even if the tickets are pretty cheap because of all the other expenses just being so, much right now.
So you think it's price prohibitive? It's not anything about the track per se. It's just the cost to get here to watch a race.
I think there's multiple factors. I think the track, no matter how good the racing is or whatever, there's some people, you need to go back the way the track was in before 2007 and all. People forget one of the races right before that was when Matt Kenseth led like 425 laps, and there were barely any passing and all that, and that was on the old track. And the racing, I mean, that's the 3rd closest finish in track history. That one was, on Sunday. So that is part of it. You have, the other factors of the drivers, like we talked about before. Used to, I mean, is a huge event, and Thursday night you'd have Food City race night, either at Meadowview in the spring usually, and then State Street in the fall. Your biggest name drivers, Dale Earnhardt, Terry Labonte, Rusty Wallace, Kyle Petty, all the guys from that era, Mark Martin, they would be out there signing autographs, and, you'd have those big lines and stuff. Now the guys fly in, the day of qualifying on Saturday, stay in their motorhome lot, then they're fly out. There's very little interaction with fans. You don't see hardly any drivers that go out and make appearances. Ross Chastain was good to do that. Joey Logano's been good to do that, but those are the only 2 drivers I can really name that have been, out in the community doing those the last few races.
That's the key. You nailed it, in my humble opinion. Because back in the day, Food City Race Night, you come up to the table like we're sitting right here and come around behind us, get a picture with your favorite race fan. They would sign something, and then you go, okay, we got to go to the track and cheer for him or her when Danica was racing. And so now you don't have that. They're inaccessible. I have seen them up there when I was doing the PA. Which turn is it where they line the gate? It's turn 3, right, where they line outside the gate? I mean, the fence outside the track?
Yeah.
And the guys come in. At that point, they were coming in on golf carts and would get off and walk, and all these fans lined down the fence. They'd be hollering, Tom, 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 or Jeff, Jeff, Jeff. Talking about me and you. And they wouldn't even look at them. They wouldn't even wave at them. It's like they were invisible. And I'm thinking, dudes, these people paid big bucks to get here, to stay here, put gas in their home, motor homes or hotels, wherever they're staying. The least you can do is wave at them. Now, not all of them did that, but some of them did that. And I thought, well, you're alienating the fan base. And I think that's I think you've nailed it. I think you could put the best races up there, but the fans can't identify with these guys like they used to. I think it hurts them big time.
It's been a whole generation of drivers like that. That's not just happened overnight. I mean, it's a culmination of several years of that happening. And also, I think NASCAR, they've done a thing where drivers are more accessible to the media because they give them more points for like these Zoom calls and all this that they get involved in. But now, as far as what you're talking about, I mean, there's got to be some incentive at some point to get the drivers back out there like that, and for the drivers, they're crazy not to do it. They're making less money now, than a lot of them made, back in the day.
So I applaud Bristol Motor Speedway and everything they do to try and create the carnival atmosphere. Jeff Bird used to say, try and put 10 pounds of activities in a 5-pound bag for the weekend, with the carnival atmosphere out on the fan zone, out around the track, and the track itself, and the pre-race, all the stuff they do up there. I mean, I salute them. They work their tails off, and they deserve better.
And at the track, they do that Food City fan zone, which is good. They talk to the fans out there and all that, but it's not like the personal thing like you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sitting there and people walk by and they know me and you, and they wave and say hello to us.
Yeah.
And what do? We say hello back.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle, and Miss Cox went by and said, hello, Miss Cox. Well, okay. If I snubbed her and just looked at her like she was invisible, the next time she would come by, guess what? She probably wouldn't wave at me.
Probably not.
It's pretty simple. And so they're missing it. I'm talking about the drivers. They're missing it. NASCAR, I think, should step in and say, okay, they limit the number of races, and some of these guys run the Infinity Series or the O'Reilly Series now. I think they should say part of your contract is you will make personal appearances at the tracks for X number of tracks. So, and if they don't, I mean, I think that's I think that's the biggest thing you're missing right now. You and I aren't going to change that, but you're right. You would think the drivers would want to do that. So, but they don't. Anyway, racing was great. Fans weren't there much like they should have been. It could have been with the weather we had last weekend. They move on to, and see, at one point,
Kansas, they're racing
yeah,
this week.
Kansas, yep. At one point, everybody knew I was a Kyle Busch fan, so I hate Kyle Busch. He wins every year. I'm tired of going up and watching him win. Well, he hasn't won over 100 races anywhere, so that's not the excuse, because he's not even competitive now with what he's got with RCR, which is a whole other story. But anyway, Ty Gibbs wins the race. How tough is it as a driver? You've been covering this for many years. How tough is a driver to win your first race at Bristol Motor Speedway?
Well, had been 5 previous that had done it, and pretty good list of drivers. You had 3 Hall of Famers with Dale Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, and Kurt Busch, and the other 2 were Ernie Irvan when he was driving for Morgan McClure in the 4 car, and Elliott Sadler in the Wood Brothers number 21 car. So pretty good list that Ty Gibbs joined with his first victory. And the thing is, people saying, well, Ty Gibbs, that's his first win in 131 races. They forget he's still a very young guy. He's 23 years old, so he got a early opportunity, obviously, in NASCAR, but I think Ty Gibbs will roll off a bunch of wins here in the next few years.
Hello to our movie star buddy, Lisa Baker. She's watching today. So, hello, Johnny Markland. So, I watched the movie. I couldn't wait to come tell you this on the segment. I'd never seen it before. I went in fact, I was at the Eagle Center downtown in Elizabethton, and one of those booths or stores, they had the Dale Earnhardt DVDs in a metal tin. It's like 3 DVDs, and one of them's Dale the movie. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah, it's
was
very
fascinating.
good movie.
It was well put together. I don't know who did it, but excellent movie about Dale Earnhardt. And I learned more and more about this guy. And I hadn't always been a fan. I kind of became a fan now. Of course, he's gone, but it's a very, very good movie. It's well done. I'd never seen it before. It's 20-some years old, at least. More than that, I guess. He's been gone, 20 years?
25 years now, believe it or not.
He's been gone 25 years.
Which says a lot for Dale Earnhardt that people are still that passionate about him. My brother and I saw earlier this morning the Dollar General in Unicoi. There was a Chevy Lumina that had the number 3 painted on the side of it.
That's it. So when you say he was NASCAR, he was. So when he died, a lot of people lost interest. I get that. But anyway, I thought it was very well done. Incredibly interesting interview. Talked about Teresa and the kids and how he got started and his daddy. And I thought it was a great movie. And I'd never seen it. It was well worth going to watch it again. I bought it for $2 at the Eagle Center. It was great. All right, going to Kansas Speedway. What's the story of that track?
Well, it's a 1.5 mile intermediate. Used to racing, you'd occasionally have a good race at Kansas, but most of them weren't. But, with this next-gen car, they actually race better on the intermediates than they do any other style of speedway. So I expect a pretty good race. And then while that's going on here locally, we got a ton of racing still going on. We got Bulls Gap tonight. We got Kingsport Speedway tonight. Got Bulls Gap again tomorrow night. So
The Concrete Jungle's open tonight, huh?
It's Concrete Jungle. I will be there. I was at Bulls Gap on Wednesday night. Saw Brandon Overton, Big Sexy, win down there. So Big Sexy was able to pull the cape off Superman. Jonathan Davenport, who won Tuesday night.
Big Sexy? Now tell me who's Big Sexy.
That's Brandon Overton. That's his nickname. You thought that was your nickname, I think.
No. But did he give it to himself or somebody else give it to him?
I guess somebody else gave it to him. I never asked that.
Brandon Overton, Big Sexy, took the cape off Superman. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it was Jonathan Davenport, who they call Superman, won Tuesday's race down at Bulls Gap. They've had 4 races this week. It's called the Gauntlet at the Gap. And those guys, first one paid like $7,500 that Davenport won. Wednesday night, the one that Overton won paid $10,000, and a stacked field. You had Ricky Thornton Jr. and some of the other huge names in dirt late model racing down there. Tonight they've got a $20,000 to win, and then it's capped off with a $30,000 to win on Saturday. But if one of these guys, who won one of the earlier races, they've also got a shot of winning a $100,000 bonus. So it's big money, obviously.
Absolutely. Now, where is Big Sexy's? Where does he call hometown?
He's out of Georgia. He and Jonathan Davenport now lives in South Carolina, but they're both from Georgia. So
I'm going to look him up. Brandon Overton, nicknamed Big Sexy.
Yeah, drives the number 76 Budweiser car on the dirt late model circuit.
All right, you got to check that out. And the other one's called Superman.
Yeah, Jonathan Davenport.
He doesn't really wear a cape, does he?
No, he doesn't wear a cape, but he's a heck of a driver. He drives number 49, and he wins a lot of the big dirt late model races.
Okay, so I want to make sure you got my facts straight here. So both these are Georgia boys, Big Sexy, and Superman. What time's the gates open tonight at Kingsport Speedway?
Well, now at Kingsport Speedway tonight, it opens at 5 o'clock, and Brad Houseride, who's from Kingsport, won the first 2 races there of the season few weeks ago, so it's just their second race. And then Derek Lane, also from Kingsport, finished second. Then the legendary Brad Teague from Johnson City, Tennessee, still a young, spry, 78 years old, finished third the other night.
So I've learned from sitting beside Mr. Birchville over these 11 years of the show, the key in these local racetracks is car count. Got to have a lot of cars out there to create the activity and the buzz and the wrecks and all that. So is the car count, of course, it's early in the season, isn't it?
Yeah, early in the season. A little disappointing car count in the late model thing at Kingsport, but now one class that's really taken off, and probably the most fun class you'll ever watch race, are the Crown Vics. There were like 14 of those for the first race, and those big old Crown Vics, they slide around with those tires squealing and all that. A lot of times they get former police cars and race those.
Oh, really?
They're incredibly fun to watch.
Is that part of the Speedway tonight, Kingsport Speedway?
That's part of the Kingsport Speedway. I know tonight at Bulls Gap, you've got 2 classes running. You got those super late models we were talking about, and got the street stocks. And I think the gates open at 4 o'clock down there tonight. Then at Kingsport, the gates open at 5 if you're more inclined to watch them paved, short track racing. And you've got like 7 different classes there. You've got the late models, you've got the street stocks, you've got Super Street, you've got Pure 4, Mod 4, Crown Vics, and stock front wheel drive.
There you go. This is all from memory, folks. There's no cards here, no info. It's up in his noggin. So there you go.
That's like my kids call me, Jeff Birchfield, racing.
There you go.
Although I do a lot of other sports too, as we're obviously talking. See, they got the ETSU shirt here.
Yep. You got a thing in article today about the Buck football, right?
Yeah, Buck football. Will McCraw, who was offensive guard for ETSU, he was actually hurt all of last year. He's one of their main offensive linemen this season before, but last year he missed with a hand injury, so he was playing right guard, and where he got that hand injury, he's had to move over to left guard, but he figures to be a key part of their offensive line this season.
Back to NASCAR Kansas. Who typically runs well at Kansas?
Kansas, well, I hate to say it for some of the people who are burned out on the Toyotas, but those Toyotas are usually pretty good there, especially Denny Hamlin usually runs well at Kansas.
So there's a lawsuit going between Joe Gibbs and Gabe Hart. What's the story on that?
Well, they were saying that he had taken some of the information and trade secrets from Joe Gibbs Racing, and he's taken them over to Spire Motorsports, where he's employed by now, and all. And supposedly they've got, like notebooks and stuff, information that's, hard evidence. So I don't know. We'll just have to see where that one goes.
Yep. All right. Anything else you want to leave us with, sir?
I was talking lawsuits. One thing, I know 2311 got all the publicity, but also Front Row Motorsports, they had a pretty good showing at Bristol. That's the team owned by Bob Jenkins out of Dandridge, Tennessee. So, hopefully they continue to, do well, especially there in the truck series with Lane Riggs and Chandler Smith. They've been awful tough at Bristol.
There you go. Man, thanks for coming by, as always. See you next week. Somewhere, get you back on next week. They're racing this weekend, as he said, you heard him say, at Kansas Speedway. Is that a good track? Is that a boring track?
It's a good track. Used to was pretty boring. Back in the old days, you had a really good finish one time with Carl Edwards and Jimmy Johnson, but in recent years, it's been a great track. I know Kyle Larson beat, Chris Buescher, one of the closest finishes ever just a couple of years ago.
All right. Our buddy Jeff Birchfield, Terry Templeton joins us to wrap it up right after this on the Tom Dillon Sports Show live at Food City and Gray. Senator Craig, you're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it, because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations, or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature. Great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Dillon Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Dillon Sports Show again, our final guest, our buddy, Assistant Store Manager Terry Templeton. How you doing, sir?
I'm great, Tom. How are you?
Good. Did you go to the race last week? Did you have to
No,
work?
sir, I did not. I was working last weekend.
Yep. Ty Gibbs wins it. First race, we talked about that with Birchfield. Only 5 guys ever won the first race at Bristol. Pretty tough track to win on, and so he made it exciting here at the end, held off Ryan Blaney, and Kyle Larson wins it. So
Yeah, it looked like it would have been a pretty exciting race. From the highlights.
yeah, it looked like too, what I saw.
Had a good crowd, too. What was it, 75,000 plus?
Yeah, 70, 75, which it's going up every year. It's of course, as he said, and he's right, any other track could be packed, or most tracks.
Right.
But at Bristol, it's so big that, they don't, 75,000 looks like it's empty. But any other track in NASCAR, 75,000 would be considered a big crowd. So anyway, we've got the $5 days going on today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. No matter where you're watching the show from, we got them everywhere, and we appreciate that. Your Food City will honor these prices as well. What we got going on, sir?
The $5 days are always our biggest 2-day sale that we have, and we've got some great pricing on some stuff. We've got the Pick 5 meat that's very popular with everyone. We've got you buy 5 items and it's normally $19.99, and this weekend just for these 2 days it's $5 off, so you get the 5 items for $14.99. And it's a good variety of items. They have chicken, they have beef, they have pork, a little bit of everything in that section. So but it's all the specially marked items. Pick 5 and you get them for $14.99.
It's a great deal.
Got jumbo baking potatoes, a 8-pound bag for $5. You got sushi, in-store made sushi. Ming, our sushi coordinator, makes some of the best sushi that I've had, and I'm not a big sushi person, but everything he's made has been really good to me, good and fresh and tasty. And it's $5 per roll. We've got our fruit bowls in our produce department that are $5 each, and that's watermelon, cantaloupe, pineapple, and they make those, cut those up fresh in the back every day. Sell a ton of them. We've got our hot bar meal. That's a new item that I've not seen them do on the $5 deal. But from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. today and tomorrow, our hot bar meal is $5. And that's a meat, 2 sides, and a roll for $5. You can't eat for that anywhere in town.
No, you can't.
And especially, that's good quality food. I've eaten a lot of it in my time.
Mm-hmm.
Got Folgers K-Cups, 10 count, $5. That's a good deal. Got Gatorade 8-pack, 20-ounce bottles, $5. That's a fantastic deal because they're like $9 regular price or more probably. Got Food Club 2-pound cheese, $5. We've got a variety of frozen items. We've got Grand's frozen biscuits, Eggo waffles, Eggo pancakes, Dairy Farm sausage links, all 2 for $5. Got a digital coupon for a certified Angus beef chuck roast, 10-pound limit, and you get $1 off with the digital coupon, and you get the chuck roast for $5.99 a pound.
We're here live at Food City. Here's some BOGOs going on this week. These are good through Tuesday, and we just wolfed down this. What is this? Let's see. He gave it to me at the beginning of the show. Salted caramel brownie, buy one get one free. Hudsonville ice cream. I never had it. Made out of Holland, Michigan. It's excellent ice cream. Whoa, it's been real good. It's a nice little treat that Rob gave me during the show. Hello, Jimmy, down in Atlanta, Georgia. Hope you're having a good day. Powerade, buy one get one free. How about that? Or you've got Food City Coffee, buy one get one free. Wide Awake Coffee Creamer, buy one get one free through Tuesday. Kellogg's Kids Cereal, buy a box get a box through Tuesday, limit 4. Craven Flavor Breakfast Sandwiches, buy one get one free through Tuesday. And the Food Club Salad Dressing. Also, you've got the Bacon Bits, the Food Club Croutons, and all those are buy one get one free through Tuesday. So the dinner, tell us about the dinner. It's pork chop night this weekend at the old Food City. It's a good one too. Pork chop night.
Our dinner deal this week is pork chops, and in that deal you get a 4-pack of pork chops, boneless pork chops.
Yep.
5 ounces each. You get a fresh and crisp salad, 4 ounce, out of our produce department. Get our bushel and basket veggies, 10 to 12 ounce, and a bushel and basket petite potatoes, 24 ounce, all for $14.99.
Can't beat it, folks. That's a good deal.
It's a 4-person meal for $14.99.
Yep, that's good. Tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday at all Food Cities. Now, in the Tri-Cities, Junior League, we've hooked up and partnered up with the Junior League, and we're doing a food drive to help feed the hungry here in the region. Tell us, one of those is yours. Whichever one you want. That's for being a guest on the show. Thank you. Bless your heart.
Thanks, sir.
Yep. You took pineapple.
We got the Junior League Food Drive here tomorrow. We have it every year in this store, and I think most of our stores in this area have it. But and what it is basically we have some people come in and set up, and we got the bins already out here in the lobby. Somebody could drop something off today if they wanted to, if they just happen to be in shopping today instead of tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But they take a lot of different items, anything that can help. Canned soup and chili, canned tuna, canned meat, shelf-stable milk, canned vegetables and fruits, cereals, boxed meals and pasta, and peanut butter.
Peanut butter and Pop-Tarts.
Yes. So, and anything would help.
Sure.
You know, if it's just one item or a whole bag full of items, whatever you want to give would be much appreciated.
Well, sure.
It all goes to, in this area, it goes to the Second Harvest Food Bank. In our Virginia stores, it goes to Feeding Southwest Virginia. which are both great organizations that do a lot for the communities that they operate in. This store works a tremendous amount with Second Harvest Food Banks and have a really good relationship with them, and we take pride in giving them the things that we do to help the community.
Hold that thought. Ain't too many of us around. The Raiders. There we go. Maybe this year will be the year. He's got him a Raiders t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be the year. We can't play dead in the Western movie the last 4 or 5 years. We're terrible. But anyway, he went buzzing by. So the Junior League Food Drive, this is really good. I would guess you'd line up 10 people, and 10 people would say they like peanut butter. If you can't do anything else but get a jar of peanut butter or jars of crunchy or plain peanut butter Pop-Tarts, I keep thinking about the kids, you know, and they're going to get, school's going to be out here in a month or so, and a lot of these kids won't get good meals at home because of the situation there. So this is a chance to feed the hungry here in our region, and all the perishables Terry spoke of will all work. But the basic, I don't know, I guess there are people that don't because of the allergy, but I don't know anybody, I don't think off the top of my head, that doesn't like peanut butter.
No, I can't name a single person that doesn't like peanut butter.
So if you want to help out.
And I wouldn't associate with such a person anyway.
No. They don't like peanut butter, we'll pray for them because they need help, because peanut butter is awesome. But seriously, a couple of jars of peanut butter. Well, that's all I can do because, you know, I'm tight with money. I understand that. We get that.
Or a few cans of vegetables. I mean,
Yep.
we have vegetables at good prices.
Mhm.
And we have vegetables at good prices, and that makes a good meal. Helps
Absolutely.
make a good meal for somebody.
Absolutely. It ain't rocket science, folks. Anything will help. When you're hungry, when your bellies are growling and you want something to eat, peanut butter or a Pop-Tart, any of these non-perishables will help. So are they coming door to door, or do we bring it here? How does that work?
They have to bring it here for this.
Okay.
They don't have a collection thing set up to go to the doors and get it, but it's here, and they can bring it by here anytime they really want to. I mean, we got someone set up here that's going to talk to them about it and help them tomorrow. But you know, we give to Second Harvest every week from this store. So
Yeah.
if somebody had a bag of something in their cabinet that they wanted to get rid of, they're more than welcome to bring it by and drop it off with us, and we'll put it in with the stuff that we donate to Second Harvest.
So this is a one-day drive tomorrow, right?
Yes, just tomorrow.
There you go. So if you want to help out here in the immediate Tri-Cities, go to any of your local food cities, buy what you want to buy. Like I said, you can buy 10 jars, 1 jar, whatever you can do. As Terry said, he said it well, anything's going to help feed the hungry, because there's some people out there with the economy right now, they're hurting. And there's kids going to bed hungry every night, which really gets to me. That it's grown-ups one thing, but to have a kid go to, you know, he can't do anything about it, or she can't do anything about it, go to bed hungry, tough. So let's help them out, folks. The Junior Leagues, the Kingsport, John City, Bristol, during their food drive tomorrow at all food cities. They're going to have bins in here, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, the bins in here.
Bins in the lobby with the banners on the front of it telling what it's for.
So
like I said, if you're in shopping today, or you're going to be in later today and this evening, and you want to give something, just drop it in that bin, and we'll make sure that it goes to the right place.
You got it.
They'll be in sometime Sunday and pick up the bins and distribute them. Well, they'll take them back and sort them and distribute them to the right people.
So they'll be back in somebody's hands like next week.
Yeah,
They don't waste.
next week.
They'll turn it right around, put it right back into the people who need it. It's not going to be sitting somewhere for a while. It'll be in somebody's pantry or somebody's kitchen cabinet. So help them out, folks. Good job, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next week.
I'll be here.
There you go. With bells on. We'll take a break. We'll come right back and close it out after this. We have not heard from our buddy Lisa for a while. Let's see where she's at. We'll get her on here in just a second. She's a dandy, too. Lisa from Food City. We'll get her right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show after you hear this from Elizabethton Ford, our title sponsor. I'm with Lynn Freeman, the general manager of Elizabethton Ford, and also Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. What's going on? What's happening down here, my friend?
Lots and lots of good things. It's game day, folks, but we're here and we're always ready to give a good deal. We got 10% off on both new and select inventory here at Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. We have a huge inventory of both new and pre-owned cars, paying extra dollars for trade-in, but then we're willing to go the extra mile for you. Good luck, Elizabethton. Let's win another championship this year.
There you go. Lynn Freeman, general manager of Ford of Elizabethton and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Elizabethton. A lot of grocery store chains out there. Why Food City?
You know, Tom, I hope you've got a lot of time because I've got lots of reasons why you need to shop at Food City. You know, our associates are number one. You know, they're here to serve the community and our customers, and they do a fabulous job taking care of our customers. You know, this is a family-owned company, and it's such a blessing to work for a family-owned company. You know, they truly care about their associates. You know, and we're so involved in the community, Tom. You know, we do so much in all the communities where there is a Food City location. Anytime there's any big events, typically you're going to see that Food City logo. And when you're in the store, Tom, you know, you've got quality items to be able to select from. Talking about the produce, you know, we're picky about our produce. We sell a lot of locally grown items. And right now, Half Runners is what everybody's all about. And then, you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the meat department. You know, we have our meat cutters back there every day who cut and grind meat fresh daily. You know, our meat, you know, beats none other. I mean, it's you know, great products that we sell back there in our meat department, and it's always fresh. And then the food service department, Tom, I love going to the food service department, and no matter what you get, it's always good, it's always fresh, it's always hot. And you know, like our sushi, they roll that fresh daily. And while you're here, Tom, you can always go to Food City Pharmacy and pick up your, you know, your prescriptions or get a flu shot. Mm-hmm. It's time for flu shots again. Mm-hmm. So there's so many different reasons why you should shop at Food City, and I could go on and on about our company.
Value every day, Food City. Lisa Johnson from the marketing department. Food City, proud sponsor, Tom Doder Sports Show and the Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Value every day, Food City. Back on the Tom Doder Sports Show, it's going to do a big thank you to our guest today, certainly Terry Templeton, our assistant store manager, and Rob, store manager, and Camille, the flower girl, and Andrew Smith, sports writer, John City Press, Kingsport Times News, and to wrap it up, of course, was Jeff Birchfield, sports writer of NASCAR, covered NASCAR for 20-plus years with the paper. Boys forgot more than we know about NASCAR, and we appreciate that very much. So, let's see. Let's get you the verse today to wrap this thing up. And it goes like this. We always dedicate our broadcast to the man who hung on the cross. Wherever we are, we feel afraid there because we don't have an answer to our situation. Remember, the Lord will meet you there, remind you of his love and care. Here's the verse. 1 Peter 5:7 says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. The Lord is always with us and always for us and ready to help us. He will never, never, you can bank it. It says in Hebrews, I will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never, never forget us, because after all, he died for us. How do you forget somebody that you died for? You don't. 1 Peter 5:7, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. He says, you're having a bad day, tell me about it. Bring it to me. Good way to end the show. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Back with you on Monday. We'll be at Chick-fil-A, wrapping up show number 2,480. We're 20 shows away. Hope Baker's will help me do a little celebration. I think I've asked her to see if she can't help plan a little something for me, the movie star. 2,500 shows. I don't know what to do except just to say thank you and keep going. If that's all we do, then that'll be it. But I think when you hit 2,500 shows, you have some kind of little shindig of some sort somewhere, I would think. I hope. But anyway, we'll see. Thank you for watching the show. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Have a great weekend. If you don't have a church home, please come worship with us on Sunday at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton on Watauga Road. Until then, we'll say as always, as we end up every show, bloom where you're planted and win or lose, be a good sport. Win or lose, be a good sport. People getting kicked out of Little League games, basketball games, football games, high school games. Little League games, getting asked to leave a Little League game. Are you kidding me? Win or lose, be a good sport. See you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching the show. So long from Food City and Gray on the